Welcome to Solent Now, your local guide to news, sport and entertainment in the south.
Coming up later on the show, we'll be taking a look at how Southampton is tackling a worrying increase in teenage pregnancies. At the Mayflower on Saturday, but tickets are selling fast, so you've got to be quick. The 32 cast members are joined by a live orchestra, so it'll be a great night out for all the family. If you're wanting something a bit more mature, then Matthew Bourne's Nutcracker is in town and has had amazing reviews. The Times has called it ecstatically wonderful, and it's here from Tuesday the 13th of May until Saturday the 17th. We will now catch up with Rachel, who has been at the regional finals of Live and Unsigned.
Thanks, Simon. I'm here at Fair and Town Hall to witness the regional finals of Live and Unsigned, an amateur music competition for both bands and solo artists, for whom the winners of the national final in London will win a one-year contract with Future Music for £20,000. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to a contestant or maybe even a judge, so let's go in and check it out.
This epic smile, get to know. I said this epic smile, get to know. Follow me, 'cause I will follow my heart.
How are you feeling? Are you disappointed? Or?
Yeah, I am actually. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Good for you,
because
honesty is best, right?
I was like, "Argh." It's because I did the competition last year and I got to the same part and I had a trophy and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 of them now. I've got a collection.
Brilliant, you're cloning them.
Definitely. Sell them on eBay.
Please put your hands together for everybody who's performed today. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I think the standard was considerably better than last year. It's nice to see so many acts doing original material, which has been great. There was quite a few people here that I think could have won. The band that did was certainly one of the top picks, so I think all the judges had them rated quite highly. So yeah, no major surprises, all the right things happened.
Going through to the national final on Saturday the 28th of June in London, representing Southampton, it is The Days!
This year the spread of the competition is much bigger, and they've got semi-finals taking place. Well, there's London competitions, I think there's Liverpool, Birmingham. It's a much bigger spread, so we're going to see some acts from all over this year.
Students from Bristol University have uncovered a ghost figure of the Earl of Southampton. The secret portrait was found when it was x-rayed for a display. The figure may be Henry Wriothesley, the 3rd Earl of Southampton. It was painted over with an image of his wife, Elizabeth Vernon. The male figure, which is lower and to the right of the existing portrait, closely resembles the composition of other portraits of Wriothesley. The portraits can be seen in the display at Monketute House in Somerset.
2 people have escaped unhurt after their plane crashed, losing both wings and splitting the fuselage in 2 at an airfield in Hampshire. The Piper PA-28 light aircraft overshot the runway at Popham Airfield in Micheldever on Saturday night at 9:10. The Air Accident Investigation Branch is investigating the cause of the crash that had to have 3 fire crews called to secure the plane wreckage, which was leaking fuel.
And meanwhile, police are investigating the deaths of 2 people in separate accidents in Hampshire and the Isle of Wight. Motorcyclist Peter Cope, 39, from Alton, died from head injuries when his bike was in collision with a car at Aylesford on Friday evening. An elderly woman has also died in hospital after her car crashed into a wall in Whitewell on the Isle of Wight on Friday afternoon. She suffered leg injuries and was taken to St Mary's Hospital in Newport, but later transferred to Southampton General Hospital, where she died. Police are appealing for witnesses to both accidents, and this can be done by contacting Hampshire Police Headquarters in Winchester on the number below.
Southampton welcomed the city's latest luxury cruise ship to her home port. Ventura's maiden voyage to the Mediterranean on the 18th of April was completely sold out in a matter of hours. It has taken her to 4 different countries. The naming ceremony was performed by Dame Helen Mirren. Ventura is the length of 35 double-decker buses and is back in Southampton docks now.
Race for Life in Southampton is the largest single event of its kind in the country. On Sunday, July the 13th, thousands of women will gather to raise money for Cancer Research UK. It will be a day of high emotions as loved ones are remembered and survivors celebrate coming through the disease. Southampton's Race for Life is now the biggest in the country, with 10,000 women expected to walk, jog or run the 5k course around Southampton Common to raise thousands of pounds for cancer research. Now we go over to John Gordon for the latest sports in the South.
Well, it's been a busy few weeks for all of our football teams in the South, none more so than Eastleigh FC, with the Conference South side aiming for promotion. This week we went down to Silver Lake Stadium for another club in the spotlight.
He's ex-Hampshire player, played in his day, played for Eastleigh, and Paul had a dream that he would take this club from the Ryman to the Conference. He sat me down in that, what was then what I could only describe as a shed, and said there was no stand, there was none of this you see here, none of this was here. He said, this is my dream, and would I like to get involved? But I had an unfortunate injury and didn't come back for quite a long time, but most of what you see he's achieved. Then the company went into a limited company situation from a committee-run club, which most are. Bit of acrimony over that, which is a bit disappointing, but nonetheless, they voted it into a limited company. We now have a board of directors who are very generous in supporting the club. If you imagine a Premier League side needs investment, well, so does a club like this. We're the most successful club Southampton's ever had in non-league football. We are the second biggest club in Southampton. That's a fact of life. It's been achieved by tremendous hard work. The sponsorship that you see all around the ground is a major influence on the success of the football club, because it costs a lot of money to run a club at this level.
And they've got terrific facilities here, a superb stand, they've got plenty of seating, and the clubhouse is very good indeed, much better than many of the clubs that we go to when we go to away games. So all credit to the people who run this place.
I can take my boy, have a decent day out, I haven't got to worry about getting assaulted or badgered by the police, can have a drink, bit of banter with other people, enjoy it.
Without a doubt, we'll be in the Blue Square Premier within 2 seasons if we don't make it this year. I've no doubt about that. We will bring a high standard of football to the community, and hopefully then they'll come and support us in numbers. These days we're a bit disappointed that we get 700 or 800 here with the quality of football and the facilities that are offered to them, which are very, very good family facilities. I would want to see us at that level with gates of around 1,500. That's my ambition anyway for the club.
Now on to American football, and the Southampton Stags cemented their place as the best university team in the country after beating the Staffordshire Stallions 54-20 in the national final. The Stags dominated on both sides of the ball to win their second title in 3 years. Tam Amashri, named the most valuable player, led the way with 27 carries for 257 yards and 3 touchdowns. We can now join the MVP, Tam, on the line. Tam, thanks for taking the time to speak to us.
It feels great. It's been a long season. We know we had what it took to get to the final game, and it was a testament to how hard the team has worked this season.
You were the MVP of the game as well. Tell us what that meant to you.
Yeah, personally, I can't believe it. You know, I have to give credit to the guys. The whole offensive line were phenomenal. They worked hard and maintained their blocks and gave me hopes to run through. So really, the award should go to them, the whole team.
Well, best of luck to Tam and the Stags for next season. It's now time for the other sporting news in 60 seconds. Cricket first, and it's been confirmed that Australian spinner Shane Warne will not be returning to Hampshire this season. The second all-time leading wicket-taker will remain as club coach and captain of Indian Premier League side Rajasthan Royals. Still with cricket, and the plans to upgrade the Rose Bowl have been met with positive reaction. It's been confirmed that the venue will host its first international test series in 2011 when England take on Sri Lanka. And finally, after last weekend's dramatic final day win over Sheffield United, Saints boss Nigel Pearson is still unsure as to whether he will be at the helm next season. The fans' favourite is likely to find out his future within the next couple of weeks. And that's all from the sport. Back to Lisa and Simon.
Now it's time for the weather with Rhiannon Macaulay.
Well, this week we've had a lovely heat wave. This will continue through to the weekend with temperatures reaching again as high as 25 to 26 degrees throughout the south. An easterly breeze will come through to the coast, keeping the beaches nice and cool. At night time, the temperatures will dip to around 12 degrees, but still nice and dry and cool. The UV index is around 5, so sunscreen and hats are advised. Thank you. Back to Lisa.
Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next week.
So everybody from the team here at Solent Now, good evening.
Goodbye.